Hello everyone, this is LaChon with Power Life Hypnosis, and today I'm going to be bringing to you a very special book review. And this is a book review on this book, It Works by R.H.J. It's a famous little red book that makes your dreams come true. Now, if you haven't heard about this book, you may be wondering what makes it so special. This is a book that I came across about 3 years ago, and since I found this book 3 years ago, it has helped me manifest so many different things. It helped me manifest a car, the exact car that I wanted during a Mercury retrograde, which is when, you know, not good time to make big purchases, big electronic purchases. I was able to manifest the perfect living environment, the perfect apartment with everything that I wanted, even down to vaulted ceilings without me seeing the apartment first. Money, a soulmate, countless things. I can't even tell you how many things. So this is a very, very special book. And it's very, very short. It's a very, very short, wonderful book. So what I'm going to be doing is reading to you some passages of this book, some parts of this book, and explaining some things about it as well. And by the time this video is over, you will have the ability to manifest wonderful, wonderful things into your life. And this is a tool that can change your life starting today and benefit you forever. Okay? So I really, really love this book. So the concept of this book is that we have to know what it is that we want in earnest in order to receive what it is that we want. Sometimes we wish for things. However, when we wish for things, we don't do it, you know, with our full will in alignment. For example, we can say, I wish to make more money. I wish for a promotion. I wish for a better job. However, we don't really have the power behind us when we make these half-hearted wishes to make those things come true. So if we know what it is that we want, then we can attract and bring it to us. If wishes were horses, beggar would ride, is the attitude taken by the average man and woman in regard to possessions. They're not aware of a power so near that it is overlooked, so simple in operation that it is difficult to conceive, so sure in results that it is not made use of consciously or recognized as the cause of failure or success. Gee, I wish that were mine, is the outburst of Jimmy, the office boy, as a new red roadster goes by. And Florence, the telephone operator, expresses the same thought regarding a ring in the jeweler's window. By the way, this book was first written in 1926. So this is a very, very old book. It is tested, tried, and true. So he's speaking of how human beings, we can wish for things, but we don't do so wholeheartedly. We make these half-hearted wishes, right? So there's an endless stream of expressions like these from millions of people in all classes who give no thought to what they really want and who are getting all they are entitled to expect. If you're one of these millions of thoughtless talkers or wishers and would like a decided change from your present condition, you can have it. But first of all, you must know what you want. And this is no easy task. When you train your objective mind, which is the mind you use every day, to decide definitely upon the things or conditions you desire, you will have taken your first big step in accomplishing or securing what you know you want. You have within you a mighty power, anxious and willing to serve you, a power capable of giving you that which you earnestly desire. This power is described by Thompson J. Hudson, PhD, author of The Psychic Phenomena, as your subjective mind. Others use different names, but we can all agree that it is omnipotent. Therefore, the author, R.H.J., calls this power Emmanuel, or the God within us. Regardless of the name of this great power or the conscious admission of a God, the power is capable and willing to carry to a complete and perfect conclusion every earnest desire of your objective mind. But you must first be really in earnest about what you want. Occasional wishing or half-hearted wanting does not form a perfect connection or communication with your omnipotent power. You must be in earnest, sincerely and truthfully desiring certain conditions or things, mental, physical, or spiritual. Your objective mind and will are so facilitating that you usually only wish for things, and the wonderful, capable power within you does not function. So, in this book, RHJ provides 3 rules of accomplishment. He provides a clear, concise plan. He actually listed as concise, definite, resultful plan with rules, explanations, and suggestions. Now, the first time I did this, I manifested the first item on my list the very next day. And it never stopped from there. So, write down on paper, in order of their importance, the things and conditions you really want. So you can get a notebook, get a special notebook, or you can take out your laptop, you can use your pad, your tablet, or your phone. And you're going to write down, or you're going to copy down in order of their importance, the things and conditions you really want. Do not be afraid of wanting too much. Go the limit in writing down your wants. Write them all down. Write them all down. Don't think that anything is too big or anything is unattainable, or, you know, oh, I'll settle for this lesser than because that's just too much. You know, I don't see that happening. No, you write down what it is that you want. You change the list daily, adding to or taking from it until you have it about right. Do not be discouraged on account of changes, as this is natural. There will always be changes and additions with accomplishments and increasing desires. I like to change my lists every day because I like to look at the wording, and I always want to make sure that I feel a positive and a high vibration whenever I look at each item on my list. So even if there's a word that was resonating with me yesterday, and when I read it today, it's not resonating in the same way, but this other word makes me feel a higher vibration towards this desire, I'm going to switch it and use the new word. So I like to look at my wishes and always have a positive, high vibration when I look at it. So it's okay to change your wishes. You always want to feel good about them. Okay, so 3 positive rules of accomplishment. You read the list of what you want 3 times each day, morning, noon, and night. I'm going to be honest, I only do it during the morning and night. I don't do it during the afternoon. Think of what you want as often as possible. I'm going to be honest. I like to release the things that I want. So I like to focus on other things as opposed to the desires. Do not talk to anyone, this is number 3, do not talk to anyone about your plan except to the great power within you, which will unfold to your objective mind the method of accomplishment. So, as I mentioned before, I like to do things in a different way. What I recommend for you is experiment and see what works best. So you can try to do it 3 times a day. If that works for you and that works within, you know, your schedule, it feels comfortable for you, I mean, go ahead and do that. Think about it, you know, as often as you like. You can do it 3 times a day. If releasing the desire or not thinking about it as often as you like, if that still brings results to you, then you can do that. So do what works for you, but as long as you're bringing your results, whether you think about it as often as possible or twice a day, doesn't really matter. But again, experiment and see what works for you. It is obvious that you cannot acquire faith at the start. Some of your desires, from all practical reasoning, may seem positively unattainable, but nevertheless, write them down on your list in the proper place of importance to you. There's no need to analyze how this power within you is going to accomplish your desires. When new desires deserving position at or about the top of the list come to you, then you may rest assured you are progressing correctly. Removing from your list items which at first you thought you wanted is another sure indication of progress. It is natural to be skeptical and have doubts, distrust, and questionings, but when these thoughts arise, get out your list, read it over. If you haven't memorized, talk to your inner self about your desires until the doubts that interfere with your progress are gone. Remember, nothing can prevent your having that which you earnestly desire. I'm going to repeat that one more time for dramatic effect. Remember, nothing can prevent your having that which you earnestly desire. Others have these things. Why not you? What makes you so different? So the omnipotent power within you does not enter into any controversial argument. So it's not going to say that you shouldn't have this because of X, Y, and Z. You know, you shouldn't have this because of this reason. No, if you want something in earnest, you can have it. So the omnipotent power within you is waiting and willing to serve when you are ready. But your objective mind, the mind that you use in your everyday thinking, is so susceptible to suggestion that it is almost impossible to make any satisfactory progress when surrounded by skeptics. Therefore, and this is very important, choose your friends carefully and associate with people who now have some of the things you really want. But do not discuss your method of accomplishment with them. So why is this? It's that you want to surround yourself with others who have what it is that you want. You can see that it is attainable. However, you don't want to discuss your method of attaining these things because there are people who can raise doubt, especially in the beginning of this process, especially if you haven't built up enough faith. For example, in my case, I've been doing this for enough years that nobody can tell me, you know, that it's not going to work. I mean, somebody can, but I'm not going to listen, you know. But I don't discuss how I manifest particular things until afterward. But as I'm in the process, I don't discuss it. But they can be really problematic when you are trying to manifest something and you say, for example, you're trying to manifest, you can say a job or a promotion. You're trying to manifest a promotion and you share with somebody, a coworker, you know, that you're trying to do this and the method, and the coworker may say something that can lower your vibration because they're coming from their own agendas or something like that. You know, so it's important to keep your plans to yourself. Put down on your list of wants such material things as money, home, automobile, or whatever it may be, but do not stop there. Be more definite. If you want an automobile, decide what kind, style, price, color, and all other details, including when you want it. If you want a home, plan the structure, the grounds, and the furnishing. Decide on location and cost. If you want money, write down the amount. If you want to break a record in your business, put it down. It may be a sales record. If so, write out the title the total, the date required, then the number of items you must sell to make it. Also list your prospects and put after each name the sum expected. This may seem foolish at first, but you can never realize your desires if you do not know positively and in detail what you want and when you want it. If you cannot decide this, you're not in earnest. You must be definite. And when you are, results will be surprising and almost unbelievable. And that much is true. A natural and ancient enemy will no doubt appear when you get your first taste of accomplishment. This enemy is discredit, in the form of such thoughts as, it can't be possible. It just happened to be. What a remarkable coincidence. You may think, oh, this just happened to work out this way. I just happened to get the exact car that I wanted against all odds. Or I just happened to get a brand new computer on the date that I had wrote that down. And this computer just came out of the blue and was just gifted to me. That happened to me twice. That happened to me twice. So, you can think, oh, wow, what a coincidence. But that's not the way to go about it. When such thoughts occur, give thanks and assert credit to your omnipotent power. Assert credit to the God within you for the accomplishment. By doing this, you gain assurance and more accomplishment, and in time prove to yourself that there is a law which actually works at all times when you are in tune with it. So you're going to be thankful and be grateful for receiving your wishes, for your wishes coming true. Sincere and earnest thanks cannot be given without gratitude. And it is impossible to be thankful and grateful without being happy. Therefore, when you are thanking your greatest and best friend, your omnipotent power, you're going to fall in love with that omnipotent power when you tap into it. For the gifts received, do so with all your soul and let it be reflected in your face and in your heart and in your soul. The power and what it does is beyond understanding. Do not try to understand it, but accept the accomplishment with thankfulness, happiness, and strengthened faith. One thing you can also do as well to increase your manifesting power is keep a gratitude list. It may be a good idea to keep a gratitude list with your wishes. Maybe on one side of the page, have your wishes. On the other side, have the 10 things that you're grateful for every morning and every night. And have them be different things. This method of securing what you want applies to everything you are capable of desiring, and the scope being so great, it is suggested that your first list, consists of only those things which you are quite familiar, such as an amount of money or an accomplishment, or the possession of material things. Such desires as these are more easily and quickly obtained than the discontinuance of fixed habits, the welfare of others, and the healing of mental or bodily ills. So for your first list, you can write down something like, I would start small. Say you will receive $50. That's something small, or something small material, something that, you are familiar with. So it's being able to see how this omnipotent power works and seeing how this process works. Accomplish the lesser things first, then take the next step. And when that is accomplished, you will seek the higher and really important objectives in life. But long before you reach a stage of your progress, many worthwhile desires will find their place on your list. One will be to help others as you have been helped. Great is the reward to those who help and give without thought of self, as it is impossible to be unselfish without gain. Something that I just heard is in your list, it could be very useful to write a wish for another person as well. Write a wish out for another person to receive something that they really like, that they've really been wanting, that they've been working towards. that is going to help raise your vibrations and your manifesting ability. So that's a channeled message that I just heard. Okay, so in conclusion, so with the statements and plan presented to you now, you can reject or accept. You can remain as you are or have anything that you want. The choice is yours. But God grant that you may find in this short volume the inspiration to choose aright, follow the plan, and thereby obtain, as so many others have, all things, whatever they may be that you desire. So in this book, it says, read the entire book over again and again and then again. Memorize the 3 simple rules. Test them now on what you want most this minute. So in this case, it will be watch this video again and again, maybe one more time, and share it. And I don't know, put it on a playlist or something, but go through this video again so you can understand the steps, and go out and try it now. Go out and try it now. And again, have your first list be something that is easily obtainable, something that is not going to be too much of a struggle for your subconscious. For example, if you were going to put on your first list that you suddenly win the lottery, or that, I don't know, something, you know, works out that you've been working on for a really long time. In my head, I'm thinking of those who are in separation from their divine mate. And, you know, many people may want to put that at the very top of their list. I would like to be with my divine mate that I'm separated in. Okay, that's something that's going to take a little bit more time because that is a bigger process. So on your first list, put down the things that are easy for you, and you're going to watch those come to fruition, and from there you can increase your faith, increase your belief, and you can start manifesting more complicated things. Also, I do recommend putting a date there, putting a date, but on not all of them. You don't have to put a date on all of them, but put a date on some of them. That works as well. Try to keep the wishes in the present tense as well, as if you are receiving those wishes now. So that is my little summary of It Works by R.H.J. This is a concise, definite plan to improve your life by explaining in very simple terms how to use this mighty power within us as anxious, willing, and ready to serve us and our desires and make us happy. Make sure to be grateful when these things come in. Express your gratitude. Say thank you. Keep a gratitude list. Be happy about these things when they come in. So try this now. Try this tonight and watch the miracles unfold in your life. Watch the miracles unfold, and I guarantee you, you're going to get hooked. So I will also have a second video, a part 2 to this, a follow-up coming with some proof that it works, with some proof, because I do have old manifesting lists that I have, as well as pictures that I got my desires on the exact day or before, you know, that day that I asked for these things. One thing that I have a picture of is I manifested several thousand dollars on the day that I specified. But that's just one. Again, you know, my car, my perfect apartment. There's just, oh my gosh, endless things that I've manifested through this method. Also, in the follow-up video, I will have additional tips and details to make this work for you a little stronger, or, you know, there may be different methods that you may want to incorporate into this, because there are variations that you can do with this. But this is it in its most basic form, in its most simplest form. Go out there, write down what you wish for write down what you wish for, and have an amazing, amazing time attaining it. Attaining all those things. I say it like it's one thing. Have a wonderful time. It's going to be great. So, thank you so much for watching this review. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you go out and do this now, because you definitely will not regret it. When for those of you who do, for those of you who try this method, I would love to know when you receive your first wish, when it comes true, how soon it came true. I would love to know. So go ahead and leave a comment in the description box below when you start bringing in your wishes. I would love to know how this video has changed your life forever, for the better. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to check out the other content that I have on my channel, including love readings and these subliminals. So go ahead and check that out. I love you guys so much. Thank you again for checking out this video, and have a wonderful time. Make sure to thumbs up and like this video. Also, make sure to comment and let me know all the amazing things that occur from watching this video. I would love to know how this video has completely changed your life. Mwah. I love you all, and I'm so excited to hear about the updates in the description box. So go ahead and leave a comment. I'm sorry, in the comments. So go ahead and leave one. All right. Love you all. Bye.